Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hi, Anna. Hello. I can see you.
yes, very
All
nice.
right. Okay. Well, hello. Nice to meet you, first of all.
Hi.
Um, my name is Miguel. Let me.
So before we get started, I just want to say yes, I did fail my Spanish test really miserably. We don't talk about that.
Okay, that's fine. No worries. That's what we're here for. All right. So we'll start the recording. Uh, okay.
Holding
Okay. It's already recording. Never mind. Okay. Perfect. Well, it's nice to meet you, Anna. My name is Miguel. Um, so. To start off first, I just want to do like some introductory questions, just to see like where you're at in Spanish and what about you and everything. So, I'll start off. So, mi nombre es Miguel. Soy de Tijuana, México. Tengo 22 años. Do you understand what I'm saying right now?
Your name is Miguel. You're from Mexico and you're 22 years old.
Right.
I
Okay.
learned something, I guess. Um,
Okay. So, now I'm gonna ask you, ¿cuál es tu nombre? ¿Qué tanto sabes de
if I
español?
say I am from somewhere, do I say soy de?
Yes.
So, mi nombre es Ana or
Okay.
Tatiana, depending on my birth certificate. Um,
Okay.
soy de Rusia,
Okay.
y 13 años. It's just hard to tell because I don't have accent. So, mhm.
Okay. No worries. And where are you right now in terms of Spanish? How much of it can you speak?
Like
Grammar?
I do Duolingo, so I think if someone asked me like how much is this coat? Like, is this coat expensive? I can just say, sí, ese abrigo soy barato. I could probably say like a simple conversation in Spanish.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Perfect. All right. So now with the introduction out of the way, today I will help you basically with your geography homework. Well, with the studying, because if I'm correct, you have a test tomorrow for geography in
Yeah,
Spain. Okay, perfect. So I prepared a little PowerPoint with,
it's kind of a few papers.
okay, so let me share the PowerPoint of the things that I have. Okay, so I have these three papers right here. So these three images from like the study guide, if I'm correct, that they gave you.
Not study guide. We learned this like a long time ago, but I didn't do well on the quiz, so I asked her if I could retake it. So this is just study material we did along the way.
Okay, all right, perfect. So this is the study material then, right? For your test tomorrow?
Hmm.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. So yeah, we'll go over basically just the geography of Spain, how to talk about it. I really want to get that like um covered today, how to talk about geography, what's the language that one would use, the verbs, and the forms of the verbs when talking about geography, specifically of Spain. So yeah, we can get right into it.
mean, I
Yep.
remember a few things like when I looked at the map, I know like Francia, Marruecos and Portugal. I know it surrounds it, but like I don't remember like the cities at the bottom. Like
Okay.
none of the cities in the middle we have to worry about. It's just Madrid that's
Okay.
like on the quiz, I think.
Okay. Perfect. That sounds good. And well, what can you tell me if you can talk to me in Spanish about like what you already know. So about these countries, dónde están, dónde se encuentran en relación a España, and yeah.
Um, so everything just left me. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. So can you read these instructions from the paper that I have on screen right now?
Okay. España es un país lleno de contrastes, tanto por su geografía y clima como por su cultura. Hold on.
Mhm.
Uh, yes. Ok, situada al suroeste de Europa, España que limita con Portugal y Francia. Posee,
Ujú.
posee una geografía muy variada, con numerosas playas, montañas, ríos, bosques y desiertos. Al sur y al este de España se disfruta de inviernos cálidos y de veranos calurosos, mientras que en el interior y el norte las temperaturas son más extremas.
Okay, perfecto. So, yeah, it's basically like a rundown of the basic facts about the geography of Spain. So what I want to do first, before we go into the questions, I kind of want to divide this paragraph by sentences, and then I want you to explain to me what each sentence means. So the first sentence, España es un país lleno de contrastes, tanto por su geografía y clima como por su cultura. What does that mean?
Um, Spain is a country that is very different for its geography and climate and its culture.
Right? Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's very diverse. Basically, it's what it's saying. So next sentence, can you tell me what that means?
Um, okay, so okay, situada. I don't. Okay, so
Help you with that a bit. Situada, that's a word we're gonna use a lot in geography. Basically means located. So if situada means located, what would it mean about what it's saying?
to the okay, yeah. To the southwest of Europe, Spain is bordered by Portugal, France,
Yeah, perfect.
shares the border with Portugal and France.
Right.
And it has um different geography like beaches, mountains, deserts, rios, and bosques. I don't know.
Okay.
I think
Uh,
rios may be rivers, waterfalls.
right. Ríos is rivers and bosques is forests. So yeah, that was great. I think it's just like the specific words, maybe like their meanings, like ríos and bosques. So yeah, just keep that in mind. You can write that down. But yeah, playas, beaches, very good. Montañas, mountains. Rios is just rivers, and then bosques, forests. So that's the only things that you were missing there. And then the next sentence.
So I feel like rios is waterfalls. So
It's rivers. Waterfalls would be cascadas. Different.
okay, so what is bosques again? I forgot.
Bosques is forests.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Mhm. The next sentence.
Mm, it has. Oh, I read that already. To the south, to the south and east of Spain, se disfruta. The difference?
No, that would mean se disfruta. So the verb se, right? It's kind of a difficult verb to translate to English, but basically, se means that something is actively doing something. So when you say se disfruta, disfrutar means enjoy. So if disfrutar is enjoy, the um this form of the verb disfruta, se disfruta would mean that one could actively enjoy, right?
Yes.
So it's a kind of a difficult sentence, yeah. So al sur y al este de España se disfruta would mean in the south and east of Spain, which you already said, one can enjoy, and then you go with the rest of the
One
sentence.
can enjoy the spring's warm climate.
Okay. Mhm. Go on.
I don't know what I know. Cal, cal, Cálidos, I feel like is warm, and de
Right.
veranos calurosos is like hot.
Yeah, they both come from the word caliente, which is hot.
So warm.
So, right. Cálido is warm. It's not as hot. It's more on the between hot and cold, but on the hot side. And then caluroso, that means hot. Yeah, that's when you talk about weather. Caluroso means hot weather. Mhm. And
Oh,
then the rest,
warm weather, I guess.
right. And then the rest of the sentence.
Okay, so they can enjoy the warm weather of the spring, the warm weather of the summer, and
Mhm.
mm, and the in the north and the inside, closer to the north of Spain, the temperatures are extreme.
Right. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Oh, so just one thing, sorry. Invierno is not spring, that would be winter. Invierno is winter. So, so yeah, basically, yeah, you got it right. The sentence is saying that the south and east of Spain, you have warm winters and hot summers. Well,
Warm winters, hot summers.
yeah, that's basically what it's saying. And then the inside and the north, it's more extreme temperatures, right? So, yeah, I think you got the sentences right. So I think you're ready to like answer the next few questions. I'll help you with them, obviously, but so let's go over them. ¿Qué países limitan con España? You do know what limitar means, right?
Like to border, I think.
Yeah, perfect. So that form of the verb,
What countries
limitan,
border Spain?
yeah,
My brain is dying.
no
Um,
worries. I have the map here if you
I have
need it.
the paper with me.
Okay,
It's
perfect.
just the printing. We don't have color printers, so
Right. You can
just
just
watch
map
it
the.
right.
Mhm.
So, los países limitan con España eh, son Francia, Portugal y Marruecos.
Okay.
There's
Marruecos.
one more. There's one more in Andorra.
Yeah, Andorra, correct. Yeah, great. All right, so you do know the use of limitan. Can you say that as like a full sentence? What form of limitan would you use if you were to say the countries that border with Spain are Francia, Portugal, Andorra? How would you say that?
So, just the whole sentence, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So, los países limitan con España son Portugal, Marruecos, Francia y Andorra.
yeah, muy bien.
I gotta write
Limitan.
that down.
Yeah. Okay. The only thing you would say los países que limitan. Okay.
Oh,
So que is just that in this case. So for example, if you say los países limitan con España son Francia, you would be saying the countries limit Spain or France. So it's not correct. You have to use the que. So you say the countries that limit with Spain or that border with Spain.
okay.
So that's the only thing. Make sure to use the que, los países que limitan. Okay?
Okay.
Yep. All right. So I think we can move to the next question.
¿Por
¿Por qué
qué
España
España
tiene...
tiene una geografía muy variada? Why does it have different geography?
Right.
¿Por qué España tiene numerosas playas, montañas, ríos, bosques y desiertos?
Perfect. Yeah, that was great. I think that was pretty straightforward. But can you kind of explain your answer why you chose to answer that one?
I thought I just did.
No, yeah, yeah, sorry. Just why you chose to answer like that way. Or what does your answer mean basically?
Like it is different. Is a lot of different geography because it has like beaches, mountains, rivers, forests, and deserts.
Okay, perfect. Great. Yeah, that was great. So we can go to the next question.
Oh, can I write that down?
Yeah,
Because
for
I'm
sure.
answering it at the same time we're doing this.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Okay. ¿Cómo es el clima en el sur y el este? ¿Cómo es en el invierno?
Correct.
So, what is the climate in the south and the east?
Mhm.
So, it's it's warm there, and in the
Right.
spring, it's very warm.
Okay. So going off of what the instructions say, what we know about the climate in the sur y este would be, remember what I told you invierno means and cálido and the difference between cálido and caluroso?
I don't remember. I just thought they both meant warm.
They're like a different type of warm, right? So cálido is,
Warm?
yeah, they both come from caliente, which is hot. But cálido is warm and caluroso is very warm, very hot. So cálido is more like moderate. It's not as hot as caluroso.
Oh,
Yeah. And remember what invierno is?
spring.
That's winter, actually.
Oh, bruh.
Mhm. So I guess we'll go over
How is the winter
the
warm?
yeah, it's the region. I think this is the Mediterranean weather.
Okay.
So
We
south
listen and
and
we
east.
don't judge. Okay.
So yeah, the closer the region of Spain is to the south and the east, the warmer it is. So from that you can think about how the winter is not as cold as in other countries or the northern part of Spain, which it says in this sentence, right? So se disfruta de inviernos cálidos y veranos calurosos. So you can try again with the first part of the question.
Okay.
Mm, mhm. And then, ¿cómo es el invierno? How would you answer that?
So, el clima en el sur y el este uh, son mm, muy cálidos. Y el clima en el invierno son cálidos.
Okay, yeah, that's correct. The only thing would be clima is it's not a plural word, it's an individual word. So, for example, for attributing things to an individual thing, you don't say son, you say es, right? So instead of saying el invierno son cálidos, since invierno is just a singular thing, it's just one winter, you would say invierno es cálido. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's just when you attribute an adjective to a thing, especially to a singular thing. So they just the singular's season of winter. Then you would say invierno, winter, es cálido. Right?
Okay.
Perfect. All right. So, okay, I think you did great on these questions. It's just, yeah, just the little things. Just remember the different stations or the different seasons. Um, so yeah, verano, you do know that summer. and then invierno is winter, not spring. And then, do you know the other two? How you would say them in Spanish?
What do you mean for like the other two?
The other two seasons, because we have summer and winter right here.
Invierno, verano, o, os, wait,
Mhm.
on, otoño?
Right, correct. Otoño. Mhm.
Yeah, okay, that took me a second. Um,
And which season is that?
which is spring.
No, that's fall. That would be fall. Otoño
Yeah,
is
I know
fall.
that's fall, but which one's
Okay.
spring?
All right. Do you know?
I don't know what spring is, I forgot.
That would be primavera.
Oh, bruh. Okay.
Primavera? Right. Okay. So yeah, but besides that, I think we got these questions. I think you got them perfect. Just some reading comprehension, that's what these questions are about. Okay, so we'll move on to more specific geography questions, the ones that you have these two, right?
Yep.
Like physical? Okay. I put another map, like a more clear version of the map, I guess. So this might be a little more comprehensive. But yeah, we'll go straight into the questions now. So you have the little thing here that
The compass.
basically, yeah, the compass, exactly. That points you were norte, sur, este, oeste, noroeste, noreste, sureste, suroeste. All of that is. Could you like remember this without having a compass?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So yeah, again, we'll just go over these questions. These are not complicated at all. I think you got these. So yeah, let's start with mira el mapa y contesta las preguntas en oraciones completas en español. Do you know what that means?
The the complete sentences in Spanish.
Exactly. Okay.
Like I know all the directions. Like I'm pretty advanced in Spanish.
Okay.
Like I can read like directions, simple, all that stuff.
Okay, perfect. Then you got these questions then.
Yep.
So how about you read them to me and then just answer them?
And what continent is Spain in? Europe?
Okay,
España está en Europa.
muy bien. Siguiente pregunta.
I can speak Spanish, but then when I go to like Barcelona, people just start rapping Spanish at me, and I just give up
Hmm.
halfway. So I'm not.
Right. Right. It's kind of hard to understand, but
No, because they
you're getting
rap it
there.
and everything just sounds like one single sentence.
Yeah, I feel you. But you're getting there, so I think you'll understand it. You'll be able to wrap it in no time.
If I go to China, at least I can understand what everyone's saying there.
Hmm.
Spanish, I have no hope in understanding.
I think you do. Yeah. So, okay, question number two. How would you answer that in a complete
¿Con qué
sentence?
países limita España? Espa- los países que limita a España son... No, España limitan con los países Francia, Portugal, Marruecos y Andorra.
Muy bien. Yeah. The other way you were saying it was also correct, by the way.
Because I was like, wait,
Mhm. So if you were to say los países que limitan España son Francia, Portugal, Marruecos y Andorra. Or you could say España limita con Francia, Portugal, Marruecos. Andorra.
I just made it right to the end of the page. Okay. What countries are to the north of España? Los países están al norte de España son Francia y Andorra.
Muy bien. Again, just remember when you say that sentence specifically, it would be los países que están al norte. So the countries that are to the north of Spain, not just los países están al norte. Okay? So, for example, los países que están al norte de España son Francia y Andorra, right? So, with that in mind, how would you answer the fourth question?
Wow, this is great. Okay. ¿Qué países están al oeste de España? What are to the west of Spain?
How would you answer that in a complete sentence in Spanish?
Mm, So, los países que están al oeste de España es, no, el país que está al oeste de España es Portugal.
Perfect. Yeah,
Gotta make it singular, I think.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you did that perfect. Yeah, in that case, instead
Hey,
of
I'm
saying
getting there. That's
países,
great.
yeah, perfect. Instead of saying países, you would just say país because it's just one country. And you use the que and this time, so great, you're learning. Okay, so whenever you're ready, go to question five.
I love how there's just a phone shadow there. The phone shadow there is so preppy, honestly.
Hmm.
Okay, so I did number five as well. El país que está al sur de España es Marruecos.
Muy bien. Sí. Tienes solo un país, singular, and then use the que. It's perfect. No. Okay, so now we have a little bit of a change in question six because it's asking you for a different thing. So,
What ocean is the east of Spain?
mhm.
Um, is it Mar Mediterráneo?
Correct. How would you say that in the full sentence?
El océano que está al este de España es Mar Mediterráneo.
El mar Mediterráneo. Yeah. Because in that case, since it's like a proper name or like a body of water, you would say the Mediterranean Sea, so el mar Mediterráneo, right? And the next question is very similar to that one. So I think you got this one too.
Hmm. So what I just say? El Océano Mar Mediterráneo.
El mar Mediterráneo. Because mar is another word for ocean. It's a different type of ocean, but it's another word for ocean. So yeah,
Okay,
you
I'm
would
gonna write
say,
that down.
yeah, for sure.
Do you play games or something?
No, not right now. I don't know what it means.
It's just the headset. I was like, I feel like that looks like a gaming headset for some reason.
Oh, yeah, right. All right, mar is sea. So that's the only difference.
Yes, I
Yep,
think yeah.
yep. So you
My
wouldn't
one
say,
friend at school, she calls me La Perla de Mar, and I was like, okay, that's great for you, but like,
that's cute. But yeah,
we're all best friends,
it's-
always hype each other up, honestly.
for sure.
She
So
didn't
yeah,
even take Spanish at school, but she just used Google Translate, and now she calls me that like it's my name.
so yeah, that's why in this instance you wouldn't say el océano, mar Mediterráneo. You would just say el mar Mediterráneo, right? Because you wouldn't say the ocean Mediterranean Sea. You would just say the Mediterranean Sea.
Okay. What is the ocean that is to southwest of Sweden? That's why I got confused on the test because I saw the map and I was like, so it's to the right, and I was like, oh no, it's to the left.
Right.
Oh wait, it's literally right there. How did I get so confused? Okay, I see it.
Yep. So how would you answer that in the full sentence? Got it?
Okay, so I would write el océano que está al sureste de España es el océano Atlántico.
Very good. That would just be suroeste though. Just make sure not to confuse those two. Because you
Yeah,
said, yep. 'Cause you said sureste. That would be
suroeste.
suroeste. Yep, correct. Do you have any difficulty like remembering the difference between oeste, este, or do you have that? And on question A, so how would you describe that one? Because that was different than the rest. You got it?
Yeah.
Good. Would you answer in a full sentence?
So, so I um got like for number 8,
Yeah, great.
I got um Madrid está en el central de España, es la capital.
Very good. The only thing would be central that doesn't work in this type of sentence. You would say en el centro, okay?
Oh,
So
okay.
centro is, yeah, que
Oh yeah,
central is
I see
central.
what you mean. I see what you
Yep,
mean.
perfect. Yeah, because central would be central, and then centro with just the O, that would be center. So yeah, Madrid's in the center of Spain, so Madrid está en el centro. And then very good adding the fact that it's a capital. Then for 9 and 10, these are kind of different, and I think we should come back to these after we review like the full
Ibérica,
vocabulary. Yeah. Oh well, yeah. You do know.
Península Ibérica.
Right. How would you say that in the full sentence?
España y Portugal forman parte de la península Ibérica.
Perfect. You know what forman parte means?
Mm,
It's a way of saying they belong there, right? So formar parte means belong somewhere. So España y Portugal forman parte de la península ibérica. Very good. They belong to the península ibérica. And then number 10. That one's kind of hard, actually. So if you need help, we can go over the rest of the vocabulary first, or you think you got it?
yeah, okay. So el país is country.
País country, right?
I'm just
So
gonna highlight
when,
ones I do know.
okay. So yeah, let's go over the rest of the things first.
País, I know. Means country.
Yeah,
España is Spain because I don't know the second one.
right.
Madrid, I know is la capital.
Hmm.
Ceuta y Melilla are like two cities at the bottom of Spain.
Okay. So I have I divided that part here in
I
this
mean,
like little thing.
Marruecos at least.
Okay. Yeah. Here at the bottom, I have like a explanation of like the most difficult parts, basically the relation between Spain and the cities it has in Africa. So if we go one by one, right? You said el país means country. So pretty easy. Península Ibérica, you do know what that means, right? Or what that refers to. The second term. So it's the entire region, basically, where Spain is located. So basically the part of Europe that includes Spain, Portugal, and the south of France and Andorra. Right? So like you said, here, España y Portugal forman parte de la península ibérica. That means that la península ibérica is España, Portugal. Okay? So it's the entire region.
Okay.
Yep. Then España, you don't know what that means. Madrid, la capital.
Portugal, Francia, Andorra, I think I should know.
Yeah, I think you got those.
Maghreb, Maghrebi.
Yeah, so
Maghreb is the
that's
North African region.
exactly
Marruecos is one of the countries.
right, correct.
Europa y Africa, I think I should probably know.
Hmm.
Las ciudades at city, la geography, mar Mediterráneo, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Atlantic Ocean.
Exactly, perfect. I just have this little like thing at the bottom where I try to like condense the African side of Spain because I think it's kind of confusing. But I think you got it. Just the two cities that are located in Marruecos. They're technically part of Spain, not Marruecos, but they are in the coast of Marruecos. Then Maghreb is the entire region, including a bunch of countries there. So you do understand like the geography of Ceuta, Melilla. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So we can go back. And the second part of the vocabulary, I think you also got this, right?
Hmm.
So norte, sur, este,
So
oeste.
yeah, those are the directions that I think I know these. So north, south, east, west, northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast.
Yeah, perfect.
It caught me off guard there for a second.
No, you got it. That was great. Okay. So the next one, that was kind of a bit harder. So can you go through each one by one? So lejos de, what would that mean?
Lejos de is far away.
Far from, yep. Far away from or far from. Because de means,
Cerca means
um,
close. Limitar comes is border.
right?
La frontera, I don't know.
Okay. So frontera is also border. But the thing about this is limitar. You have to think about it like this. Limitar is border as a verb. Frontera is border as the thing, right? So when you say limitar, it means it borders with. So España limita con Portugal. Spain limits with Portugal. But when you say la frontera de España y Portugal, that means the border between Spain and Portugal. So frontera is border as just the thing, and then limitar is the border as an action of you're attributing Spain bordering with. Okay. I know it's a bit hard, so if you don't understand, I can repeat it or I can explain it in another way. It's a bit confusing. But you're kind of getting what I'm getting to right now?
So La Frontera is what again?
It's also border, but it's not it's border, but not like border as a verb. It's border as a the thing. So the border between Spain and Portugal is la frontera entre España y Portugal. Okay?
Okay, so La Ubicación, I don't know.
That would be the location. So for this one, I think if I were to tell you, ¿cuál es la ubicación de Madrid? What would that mean?
I feel like I know, but I don't at the same time.
Okay, that's fine. Ubicación means location. So if I say, ¿cuál es la ubicación? What is the location? Okay? La ubicación, the location. So if I say, la ubicación de Madrid es en el centro de España. What does that mean?
It's in the middle.
Right. The location of Madrid.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the location.
Right. So ubicación is just location. You can also use it as a verb. So Madrid está ubicada. That's the verb version of ubicación is ubicar. So ubicación is location. Ubicar is locate. So Madrid está ubicada en España. Is Madrid is located in Spain. It's kind of similar to frontera, where frontera is just the specific thing, and then limitar is the verb, and it's frontera as an action. So, or something you're attributing to the frontera. So in this instance, ubicación is just location, ubicar is locate. Madrid está ubicada en España. Okay. I'll give you like, well, I'll ask you like a couple examples so that you can kind of understand like the difference between ubicación as location and as locate.
La, la costa is the coast, sea, ocean, inside, in the middle, rivers, beaches, mountains, forests, deserts, like the climate. It's hot, it's cold, warm and warm.
Right. Remember that caluroso is hotter than cálido. So cálido is just like a bit warm. Caluroso is actually really hot. Okay. Okay, sorry. Do you remember the difference between mar and océano?
Yeah, ocean, sea is mar, and oceano
Right.
is ocean.
Yeah, perfect. And then you remember what río means? Río, los ríos?
Um, I forget.
That's fine. I think you wrote that down earlier, but it means rivers. So just remember like the R, río,
Oh,
river. Yeah. Then I'm pretty sure tierra. You do know what tierra means?
Mon Los Ríos is rivers.
Right. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Okay. So ríos, playas, you do know that is.
That is
Montañas.
beach.
Yeah. Montañas. You know that one as well, right? So this whole section I actually want to go over like a couple times because I think this is like the meatiest part. So do know what playas means, montañas, bosques, this whole like regional part, like the specific things. Bosques, do you remember what bosques means?
Bosques means forest.
Right. Then desiertos, clima, you know what clima means?
Repeat that.
Clima, el clima,
Uh, Clima is the climate.
right, correct. Hace calor, you did, okay, I think you know what hace calor, hace frío. You do know what both of those mean, right? It's hot and it's cold. Then,
So climate.
mhm,
La bandera, the flag of España. Castellano is another word for Spanish.
correct.
Inmigrantes is the immigrants.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Los idiomas, I don't understand.
Okay. Los idiomas, idioma is language. So that's what it says. Los idiomas, el castellano, perdón. Los idiomas, el castellano. Languages, Spain, Spanish.
Yeah,
Do you know what the other languages spoken are? Because I do think they're gonna ask you that. Did they ever teach you that in class? The other languages in Spain?
yeah,
Okay. Do you remember what they are?
el castellano.
Yeah, and the others?
Mm,
Okay. So if you want, you can write this down. But for example, in the cities, you remember the two cities in Spain that are in Africa? Remember what they are?
Maghrebi?
No. Maghrebi is the whole region, the African region. So I have them right here. Those would be Ceuta y Melilla. Those are the two Spanish cities. So for example, in these two cities, the language spoken is Arabic because that's the language spoken in Marruecos. Okay. So another, you could say that another language spoken in Spain is Arabic. Eh,
No, we did not learn that. We
Okay.
don't really need to know that
Okay.
actually.
That's fine. So, okay. The terms themselves, we'll go back to each of the terms. I think I'll ask you like some like rapid fire questions, just like each term to go over it really quickly. But first, let's go over like the you should be able to. So use all of the vocabulary above in meaty sentences. Make sure that you know what it means and you can use it contextually. Remember, you should show that you understand exactly what each word means. So I think what I want to do is I want to like go over each word individually, just very quickly, and then you tell me what it means, and then use it. Try to use it in a sentence as well, so I can help you better like use them contextually. And then express where Spain is located
I'm
geographically
pretty
in
sure we
both.
didn't learn Arabic as a language, but I only know about Castellano. I know there's one more though. I don't remember any other.
Yeah, there is one more. So that's the um ah I'm sorry, I forgot uh what it is called right now. Yeah, okay. So Catalan. I don't know if they taught you about Catalan.
Oh, Catalano. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Catalan.
Right.
Yeah, that Castellano and Catalan. Those two I
Exactly.
know.
Okay. So
Arabic
yeah.
we don't use it now.
Okay, that's fine because Arabic is only in the two cities that we learned about, Ceuta and Melilla. So that one isn't really like the country of Spain, it's just in those two cities. But yeah, Catalan, make sure you remember that Catalan is also a language that is spoken in Spain. It's very similar to Castellano or Spanish, but
Castellano and Catalan I know, but like I don't know too much.
that's fine. Those are the two main ones actually. So you don't really need to, or I don't think you would need to know about any other languages. But yeah, Catalan and Castellano. Castellano is the main one though. Castellano is the one that's in the entire country. Catalan is just in certain regions. So make sure you do write that down or keep that in mind that Catalan is the like secondary one. It's just in a couple of regions, not as widespread as Castellano. So going over the rest of the things you should learn. Express where Spain is located geographically in detail using the vocabulary. We'll go over that. Identify the geography of Spain and the surrounding areas on a map. I think you got that too. Understand and express basic knowledge of Spain, including some of the languages spoken, which we just went over, the flag, the people, and other elements from class. Okay, so real quick, what can you tell me about that? The flag and the people. What do you know about those?
Um, the flag of Spain is the colors are red and yellow.
Okay.
Um, uh, Catalan and Castellano are two languages that are spoken as an alternative to Spanish.
No, Castellano is Spanish. Castellano is Spanish. Catalan is just a language that is used in certain regions in Spain, not all of them. You can kind of think about it like Canada, but like French, where everybody in Canada knows English, but only certain
French
regions
Canadian
use
is
French.
crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing, but it's
Are
kind of
you
similar to
Canadian?
the.
No, I'm French Canadian. What's the difference? I can speak French. No.
Hmm, right. So it's kind of like similar, yeah, to this,
But
where
people
everybody.
asking if Chinese people can speak Cantonese, and I'm like, okay, that's not how everything works.
It's confusing, yeah. It gets confusing. So in Spain, it's like everybody speaks Castellano, Spanish, but only a few people speak Catalan. And then, yeah, use the correct form of verbs, ar, ir. The you also got them pretty well. And then masculine, feminine verbs, and plural and singular. So to go over these, like I said, I just want to do like the quick, like a lightning round before the class ends. I'll just go over each term, and then you could tell me what it means, and then just try to use it in a sentence, okay? So, el país.
Country.
Okay. Can you use it in a sentence?
El país de España. El país en inglés es country.
Good. That's
I
good.
mean, that counts technically.
Yeah, yeah. Was a good person. A good sentence. La península ibérica. What does that mean? Use it in a sentence.
Mm,
So, going back to the last two. Do you know what a peninsula is?
yes.
Okay. How would you describe a peninsula?
La península ibérica es tres plantas de agua. It's covered by three sides of water.
Okay. Tres lados de agua. Remember lados is sides. So yeah, basically a peninsula. Just think about it like an island that is actually connected to the rest of the land. So it's not an island. It's a body of land that's surrounded by water almost entirely, but not entirely because it's still connected. So Península Ibérica is the entirety of Spain, Portugal, and that little part of France. Yeah, that's also extending. So la Península Ibérica es España, Portugal, Andorra y Francia.
Mhm.
España, España está ubicada en la Península Ibérica, correct? Good. So España, well, I think we can skip that one. Madrid. How about Ceuta y Melilla?
Ceuta y Melilla son dos ciudades en Marruecos.
Muy bien, perfecto. Portugal, Francia y Andorra. ¿Qué tienen Portugal, Francia y Andorra en común? What do they have in common? Remember the limitar en frontera? So how would you explain what those three countries have in common using limitar?
Portugal, Francia y Andorra son los países limitados con España.
Muy bien. Son los países que limitan con España. Remember the que. And then the Maghrebi region or Maghreb region. You remember what that means?
Mm.
No? Okay. So real quick, if you want,
Wait,
you can also.
yeah, I know what it means. I know what it means. Never mind.
Okay. So what does it mean? How would you describe it in Spanish?
Maghreb es um, what I forgot just now. Okay, go back.
No worries. You can take a picture of this part if you want, so you remember those like specifics about Africa.
Okay, Maghreb es un país en el norte de África.
No, no es un país, es una región.
Region.
Ujú. Es una región con países de África, ¿ok? Como Marruecos, como Argelia, todos los países forman parte de Magreb, ¿ok? So if we go to the next, Marruecos, what can you say about Marruecos?
Marruecos son un país limita con España.
¿En qué región está Marruecos?
What?
En Marruecos se ubica en qué región?
Is my sentence not like
No, no, yeah, your sentence was correct. I'm just asking you like another question. So what region is Marruecos in, which we just mentioned?
mm,
Remember, Maghreb is the entire region in Africa. So Marruecos would be in the Maghreb region. Marruecos está ubicado en la región magrebí. Okay.
mhm.
Then Europa, África. Do you know what those mean? Las ciudades, la geografía. El mar Mediterráneo, ¿dónde se ubica? If I were to ask you where the Mediterranean Sea is,
Wait, um, el mar Mediterráneo son está al este de España.
muy bien. Sí, sí está al este de España. Okay, another question. ¿Dónde se ubica el Océano Atlántico?
Mm,
So the same as basically the same answer you gave me for the Mar Mediterráneo, but how would you talk about that in terms of the Océano Atlántico?
I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I need to remember this. The Atlantic Ocean is on the left, the
Right,
Mediterranean Sea is on the right.
exactly. How would you say that in Spanish in a full sentence?
El Océano Atlántico es oeste de España y el mar Mediterráneo es este de España.
Perfecto, muy bien. Okay. So before we end the class, I just really want to focus on the limitar, frontera, and also ubicación and estar ubicado, right? So I think these will be like the hardest ones, but once you get them, I think you will be able to answer any question relating to like the geography, as long as you do remember where everything is located. So let's start first with limitar and la frontera. So basically, limitar, you do know that when something ends with AR, so limitar, that's like a verb, right? So that's a form of a verb. So the verb limitar is in English the verb limit, right? Or like border with. So Spain borders with Portugal. Here in that sentence, Spain is doing a verb, is doing an action, which is to border. And the way to express that action would be with the verb limitar. So in the sentence, Spain borders Portugal, where Spain is doing something, in Spanish you would say España limita con Portugal. So here Spain is also doing something. It's bordering, it's limitando. So keep in mind that limitar is the verb, while frontera, now we move on to frontera, it's a different thing. Frontera is not a verb. That one is not limitar. Frontera is just the thing, the border. Okay? So in this instance, you say, when you talk about the border between Spain and Portugal, that's la frontera entre España y Portugal. Okay? So make sure to keep that in mind. Limitar is the verb, is the action of Spain bordering with, and frontera is the thing itself, the border. Okay? It's kind of hard, I know. So if you have a question, just please let me know. And
Mm,
then, okay, and then it's the same thing for ubicación and ubicado. Okay? So ubicado is the same as limitar. It's, or ubicar with the AR. When something estar ubicado is to be located. Okay? So that's also a verb, estar ubicado. Because remember, if it ends in AR, it's a verb. So here, for example, Spain is located in Europe. That's a verb. In that sentence, Spain is doing something. Spain is doing the action of being located. So the verb located is the verb estar ubicado. So, España está ubicada en Europa. That's the verb. Estar ubicado is the action that Spain is doing. So Spain is located in Europe. Estar ubicado is the verb. And then when you say ubicación, similar to frontera, that's the thing itself. La ubicación de España, Spain's location. Okay? So that one is not a verb. Spain's location is in Europe. There, Spain is not doing anything in that sentence. There's no verb. It's just a state of being. Spain is located in Europe. España